Hi guys, welcome to lesson 12-1, convert customary units of length. Customary is what we use in the United States, and customary units of length are inches, feet, yard, mile. Just so you are aware, they are what is used to measure length of things. So your I can statement is I can convert customary units of length. So it's important that you know that the purpose of this lesson is to convert, which means to change from one unit of measurement to another unit within the customary unit of length. Now, throughout the years, I created a poem, and then I just want to share with you guys that kind of helps you go through each of the steps. And it goes, first step is write the equation. Second step is write what you know, what you know, what you know. Third step is bigger to smaller while you cross your arms in an X, smaller to bigger. Fourth step is solve the equation. So I'll just be repeating that quite often as we go through this so you guys can memorize it. I often have found that the kids seem to really like it, and it helps them with the steps. You guys do have vocabulary in this topic, and these are important things that you need to know. Oftentimes there'll be a little bank for you, but if there's not, we just need to know. So a ruler is 12 inches, so 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. 1 foot then is equal to 12 inches. A yard is 3 feet or 36 inches, and then 1 mile is 1,760 yards or 5,280 feet. So guys, write those down. Write that an inch is 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. Write that a foot is 12 inches. A yard is 3 feet or 36 inches, and what a mile is. This is that second step of the conversion process, the write what you know, what you know, what you know. You've got to know this. We're doing an extra slide since a lot of our learning is going to be through the computer, and I want to make sure you guys know how to do this. So this is going to be an example slide, so we'll do 2 learning problems. Says there are 9 inches of ribbons are needed for wrapping each present. So here's a present, and it's going to take 9 inches of ribbon. Okay, how many presents? So we need to figure out how many presents can be wrapped with 6 yards of ribbon. So 9 inches of ribbon does 1 present. And you have 6 yards. So what we need to do first is we need to do our very first step. First step is write the equation. So we have to convert 6 yards into inches. How many inches are in 6 yards? Once we know that, we'll figure out how many presents we can use. So first step is write the equation. Second step is write what you know, what you know, what you know. So guys, we need to write what we know about yards and inches. And we know that 1 yard is equal to 36 inches. Then the third step is bigger to smaller, smaller to bigger. So we have to look at yards, and we're going to an inch. And we know a yard is bigger, so we're going bigger to smaller. And if we remember, third step is bigger to smaller. So we know that we are going to need to multiply. So now we're ready for that fourth step, which is solve the equation. Everything we need is right here in front of us. We're going to take 36 times 6, and 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 3 is 21. So we have 216 inches are in 6 yards. We have 6 yards. Each yard is 36 inches. 36 times 6 is 216. Now, it says, how many presents can be wrapped with 6 yards of ribbon? So I'm going to restate. You can wrap blank presents. So now this is our next step. Each present is 9 inches, so we have to take 216 now and divide that by 9, and that's going to tell us how many presents we can wrap. So 9 goes into 21 2 times. 2 times 9 is 18. Subtract is a 3. Bring down your 6. 9 goes into 36 4 times. And there's our answer, guys. We can wrap 24 presents. So it's actually kind of fun if you think about it. So now we're going to move into the next one, and we're going to go through that same poem. So we have to first find our equation. What do we know and what do we need to convert it into? So William has a piece of wire that measures 1 yard long. He will use wire to fix several electrical outlets in his house. How many inches long is the wire? So there's our question. We want to know how many inches long the wire is. So what do we know? We know that it's 1 yard long. So we're going to, first step is write our equation. 1 yard is equal to how many inches? Second step is write what you know, what you know, what you know. So now we need to write, what do we know about yards and inches? We know that 1 yard is equal to 36 inches. Then, third step is bigger to smaller, smaller to bigger. Well, a yard is bigger, so we're going bigger to smaller. Third step is bigger to smaller, so we need to multiply. Now the fourth step is we're going to solve our equation. Well, if there's 1 yard, 1 times 36 is 36. So 1 yard is 36 inches. So how many inches long is the wire? So now we know, and it says solve this problem using bar diagrams. So they want you to realize that if you have 1 yard, they want you to understand that 1 yard is 3 feet. And we want you to understand that each foot is 12 inches. 12, 24, 36. And that is exactly what Terrence did. And as we look at Michelle, she just did 1 yard is equal to 36 inches. So guys, when we look at summarizing your thinking, I really want you to try to write that poem down. And you'll hear me using the poem on 12-2. And then the other teachers will take over on 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. So we're just going to end with going over that poem, and hopefully you sing it with me. You maybe even teach your parents if you want to. So Chase is sitting next to me shaking his head. So first step is write the equation. Second step is write what you know, what you know, what you know. Third step is bigger to smaller, smaller to bigger. Fourth step is solve the equation. I hope you guys had a great day today, and remember to keep learning and doing your homework.